into the light. So I've ridden this street hundreds of times, but never with a light on my camera. And I'm doing that now, and it's a bit difficult to see the screen on account of there being a light shining into my face, but it feels like it's functioning from what I can see off the screen. You can't tell, but what I'm showing you there is blue skies. They're going to be appearing soon on a road, or just above a road near me, because the sun is making its way up, poof, over the horizon, and it's dark still, but I'm using this light and I'm curious to see how the different settings work. Do you want to do that with me while I'm on a bike path? Okay, so there's whatever that is. That's the next one. That's even brighter. That's even brighter. And that is... why would anyone want that on their camera? Can anyone explain that to me? Did you see that? What? Disco. Disco. Okay. Now, that's really unhealthy. What's that one? Back to standard. Okay, so let's see if it picks up the beauty of Alexandra Sewer. Mascot. Mayhem, I call it. It is a suburb, it's called Mascot, but like it should be called Mayhem, because they built all these high rises and then realised that they were going to fall down because they built them too quickly. So ever since they've been built, they've gone back into construction mode. Anyway, sorry, personal rant about my neighbourhood. First ride since Monday, and now it's Friday, so wow, crazy, eh? Crazy. And I've taken a different way just to escape stupid traffic. We'll see where it leads me. Alright, there. I've never ever in my life ridden down this street, so let's see what beauty I can conjure for you. It looks pretty suburban, so I'll just show you my bike instead. And those bloody bright Lululemon socks, they're a little bit warm, a little bit too thick for my feet in my cycling shoes, but thought I'd do it just to splash out with a bit of colour, have a bit of a laugh. Funny socks, Rob. No one knows because I haven't seen anyone yet, and it's all pretty desolate. School's back, so I'm a bit anxious about the traffic. That's one of the reasons I haven't ridden today, or this week rather, because people seem to want to drive their kids to school. Bloody hell, can't they get a bike and ride there? God, that'd be good. Anyway, that's a pet topic of mine, and I won't raise it while I'm riding around trying to find out how to get around my town. So here's like another street that I've never ever ridden in my life. It's totally weird. So like if you're following me on Strava and you see this and go, oh, I'm gonna go and do what Rob did, don't. It doesn't make sense. But given that I'm testing a light on my camera and I'm in a pitch black bloody zone, I thought I'd see how this looks. How does it look? Anyway, Lever Street Reserve, I just read that, so should you ever find yourself in Lever Street and you need to rest your weary legs, that's where you can do that. Alright, clearly I got nothing to say today, but I am chatty, so let's just see what that brings. See that? There's a bike path there because there's a bicycle painted on the road. There's a bit of happiness in the air. Oh, and I got a little bit of news, like a little bit of cycling or a little bit of product related news, not news, information. Usually I ride 54 PSI in my front tyre and about 56 in the back. And today, just out of, there's a reason for it, but I thought, oh, let's just dabble with that. So, with, can't remember, maybe 28mm Schwalbe Pro 1 tyres, tubeless of course, really nice. I've put in 60 in the front, madness, and about the same in the back. Rolling sensation, yeah, quite different in fact, yes. And faster, in a straight line, hell yeah. Around corners, probably not, because there'll be a little bit more trepidation, but to be frank, I've only gone around corners while having to deal with the havoc created by drivers who are unaware of other people on the road. So I'll report in later if I get a chance to stretch the old legs on this stupid Friday morning ride where I'm just meandering and not really knowing what I'm doing. Strangest thing just happened, right? Oh, I gotta tell you, it's too weird. I've ridden a bike for a long time, let's say 46 years or so, more. And just then, just came around the corner, on the approach to Kingsford, looked down and there was a leech the size of my finger on the back of my knee. Oh my God. Far out. Freaked me out, and I've got that disgusting feeling of a bloodsucker being on your skin right now. Oh. Anyway, there you go. First time ever. Oh, it just flipped up off my tyre and then just went slap. And it was like ready to start sucking blood. And I'm like, go away. Leave me alone. I'm just trying to concentrate on traffic, dude. I go this way, you know why? So I can look at the bay and not be distracted. And never ever will I break my Strava record. Did you see that seagull just now? He was pretty like keen on hanging about, wasn't he? And then another one came in and swooped me while I was filming. Anyway, bike rider's right next to me. Fish are jumping, sun's up. Yeah, the fish are really jumping. But there's a bloke who comes down here quite pretty much most mornings, Macca, and he films a time lapse of sunrise, and he tells me there's seals out there. Did you know that? I didn't know. I know there's a seal or two in the harbour, but in Botany Bay too. And it's almost whale time, so that's pretty exciting. I can't wait. That's a thrill for me. Oh, the fish are jumping. Heaps. Maybe it's a seal. Anyway, whatever. There's heaps of bike riders out. It's a beautiful morning. It's actually bloody warm. It's really bloody warm. Anyway, random thoughts on a Friday morning. Holy damn, that's what this ride will be called. Random rants during a ride. Now, leeches, seals, GoPro lights, bright socks, strange traffic. I was pretty determined just to do the plane in the sky. I was pretty determined just to do the turnaround, but then I saw this coming, okay, and it's just, it adds to the random theme of this Friday. Shut up, plane. Watch this. Ready? 1, 2, hang on, I'm gonna come from down below. Watch this. All right, my funny sign, talked about that before. It's watch out for the big dog shits, and then, holy damn. You got one of them on your ride? Oh, that's huge, isn't it? Shanghai. I don't know if I can go to Shanghai because I think Shanghai's shut for business. Apparently the seal just rests down there. Or the seals. There's not just one. There's like a whole, well, there's heaps of them. Because they're animals. Okay. I bet they're empty shipping containers. Because it doesn't seem to be weighed down, does it? There's a tug. Okay. Now, another, like, I can't remember how many topics I've introduced in this first half hour of this ride. It feels like a bloody lot. So I'm going to do another one now, as I try and clip in before clipped in. No, I didn't. Did I? No. So left pedal clipped, down the gutter, bye-bye ship, bye-bye aeroplane. Golly, I like the pandemic for the fact that it at least brought the bloody planes out of the sky. All we hear, another random rant. What else? Oh yeah, hear this. See? So, oof, new ones. Tour de France. So they're my new Oakley Sutros, only on loan, just as I prepare the official Tour de France guide. Fellas. Have I done this one before? But you know that cemetery there down at La Perouse. Do you know no one living in La Perouse is allowed to be buried there? It's true. They've got to be dead first. Humour on a Friday morning on a random Friday rant. Why have I taken them off? Bloody bright. Oh, it's a good lens. Oh, hang on. How's that? Straight? Am I straight? Is that good? Oh, shut the f*** up. Puddles, you know. Did you see that pothole? So this used to be called Speed Bump Alley. Now I call it Pothole Alley, Get the Bike Dirty Road, whale watching, turnaround point. Okay, can you count the random topics that I've brought up today? Did you get the beauty of that road? I didn't. All I saw was muck. And all I hear now is sand on the roller, noise in the when I brake, noise when I brake, something like that. Sand on the road. Sing it with me, kids. It's actually too early. I've said it before, it's not whale season yet, it's still April. Whale season really is June, July, like that. But I'm coming down anyway, just to see if we've got a few early adopters of the migration. So let's see. Oh. Da, 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 da. Do you see any whales jumping yet? Nah. Still looks good though. You don't really need a giant mammal to be jumping out of the water to make that pretty. It's quite lovely, isn't it? Yes. I think it's quite a high tide, and if you know me, you know I like to talk about tide. Alright, just to conclude this sort of random Friday rant, I'll look for whales while I'm doing this. I'm doing this ride because I've been stuck inside all week saying, you're really busy, Rob, you know, make sure you do your work and all of that. And I've got to remind myself that sometimes just doing work doesn't mean that it's productive work. So I found that if I clear my mind, go for a pedal, and alleviate, you know, like just sort of give myself a little bit of variety, then I get more productive next time I'm in front of the computer. So I'm happier, I'm more productive, and the thoughts flow more easily. The thoughts flow more easily. oh, that's pretty down there. I'll wait for a ripper wave and then I'll film it, and then that's it. So that's my advice to you. If you think that, you know, just working all of the time, doing 12, 13, 14, 15 hour days is real clever, it could be. That's how I sort of used to roll, but I think it's much better to do like a productive day and then also treat yourself to a little bit of beauty. It's not a lecture, it's just like an observation I've made about myself. So, what do you reckon? Alright, thanks for joining me. Should we just sign off with another beautiful shot of my beautiful bike, even though it's filthy from Pothole Alley? Ta-da! There she is. Yeah, lovely. Okay, boom, allez, let's go and make more pages. Oh, no whales, not yet. It's too early, I said that, I knew that. But anyway, I'm not disappointed. Little MacGyver moment. Kids, for if you don't know what MacGyver is, it was, I don't even know either, but people say it. It was some television show where a guy was able to fix things, you know, in random places or something like that. And that's just what I've done. So see that little green light? It means it's functioning again, because it just stopped. Just gets a bit moody. Don't be fooled, like, don't just think, oh, battery's dead, I'll get a new battery. Sometimes just pull it out and start again. I've done that numerous times with SRAM. You pull that thing out of the lever, you just look at it, and then you put it back in and it works again. Miracle. Costs you nothing except a bit of time. And time is the only thing that we can't buy. Yeah, and love. Can't buy me love.